Good morning. It is the 25th of May. 7 months to Christmas, 1 month to my birthday. Is also the Douglas Adams Day of the Towel, of wearing a towel. Now this isn't a skit, because last night was the first night in 44 nights that I didn't have any idea, didn't have any props planned, didn't have anything. And this morning I was just going to sit and talk about the last 45-day journey that I've been on. And then I saw this last minute posting about the Day of the Towel. And although I haven't read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the title is just so cool. And then I also thought, this is what started it. When I was a kid, after bath time, I used to play with my towel. And probably Douglas Adams did too. So would wear it as a headband, as a crown, as a sarong, as a all sorts of things in my little child imagination. And I just assumed everybody did. I mean, didn't you? Anyway, when I saw it was Day of the Towel and wear a headdress, I thought, how cool is that? For the last 45 days, I've been playing different characters, and I've been going live because going live gives it that different adrenaline, and it also makes me just, as the Afrikaans people say, folk voort, and I see the camera's about to slide over. Such is life. But I've been playing with my dress up during lockdown. I've been playing with my experience of TV that used to go, and I would go the other way. Okay, well, tilted. Okay, we're allowed to drink from the 1st of June anyway, so just pretend you're already drinking. It's Monday morning, it doesn't matter, you're working from home anyway. And this journey's been such a fun experience, and it's been, oddly enough, not pressurized. So last night when I realized I had an emergency client in the afternoon online, so when I finished about 10 to 6, I thought, oh, now I normally get my ideas in. And I wasn't getting any ideas. And I thought, well, okay, then it'll come later, because I don't want to feel pressurized. And it's not pressurized, believe me. There's lots of stuff I could make up, but I like the fact that it's natural. I like the fact that it's flow. I like the fact that I can step out of character. And the more that I dress up, the more I seem to, identify with the character that I'm playing. So the daily live thing has been such a fun thing, because in the 80s and 90s, well, the early 90s, cell phones were already starting to come in. But I used to work in TV, so I used to work in outside broadcasts doing sound. So this is why I'm always a bit funny about the microphone and good sounding. And cell phones from far can sometimes sound very tinny, and I don't like that. That's just a technical thing that I had, and it's ingrained in me. It's not going to change. But we would say, for instance, go and do a soccer match in Lesotho, and we'd have like 3 days for the event. So we'd have the first day to drive and set up. Then the next day we would have to wait for Telkom to come to supply the lines, the telephone lines, so that first of all we could talk to the studio up in Johannesburg, and then also do the countdowns and hear the commercial breaks and that thing. And then we also had a separate truck that would arrive with a big satellite dish. And we called those people links people, because they would link our venue, our sports match up on the satellite at huge expense. And we weren't allowed to overrun the satellite time. So we had a moment of testing, we had a window period the day before where we were allowed to test the signal up, make sure the sync was in. And then on the day of the match, we would go live on the satellite. So the sound would go up on the satellite. Sometimes if there was a bit of a delay with the signal, there's all these kind of weird things. And it absolutely, it's just such I'm talking to you now, live. Somebody's in Greece and you're seeing me live from my living room. There's no engineers, there's no technical, there's no expensive satellite. And so this whole concept of live TV from my phone, yes, it's not broadcast quality. Yes, I'm by no means a TV star, but it's just, it has enabled me to go through this lockdown period, having a captive audience, making detailed commentary of what's going on in my life, what's going on in Life South Africa, and what's going on in the fantasy world of mine, and combining the two. And it's just phenomenal. So my dad always used to go very excited because I mean, when he was a kid, they didn't have TV, they hardly had a radio, and they had certainly no telephone. So when we would do like a video call to my family in the UK, he'd go, "Oh wow!" And I couldn't, you know, in a way, it was like, yeah, technology is fantastic. But now I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about it, that in 30 short years, well, 25 even short years, I'm able to do this, and that is fantastic. So Douglas Adams was a science fiction writer, writing a book called Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and here I am in my pajamas and gown with a headband on, sympathising with all the hairdressers that still can't open up their salons and still can't provide a living because they're unsanitary in the coronavirus of 2020. 7 months to Christmas, 1 month to my birthday, and I feel like a kid again, playing with a towel on my head. So that's just a little bit of a gratitude experience of this technology, but also of the people that have been so supportive, the people that have bought me coffee and given me a little bit of money trickling in, and that's been a huge help as well. So thank you very much. And for laughing along, and for not laughing at me. I don't mind if you laugh at me, but I'm not necessarily laughing at me with the ridicule of yesteryear. I'm laughing at, did she really say this? Did she really go on live on air and do that, sit half naked as Marilyn Monroe or the monk, or, you know, with a dookie in my pajamas? And it's fun. So to me, I can't wait to see what happens with technology in the next 10 years even, because here I am saying lots of love to all of you through my marvellous magic machine. So have a great Monday.